Hello and welcome to this VideoNet interview at IBC 2016. My name's Barry Flynn, I'm consulting editor at VideoNet, and with me I've got Patrick Voss, who's the CEO at Zappware, the Belgian user interface firm. Patrick, you've been talking about something called the effortless user experience at IBC this year. How exactly do you bring effortlessness to the user interface?
Yeah, that's a good question, because when people come home from a hard day's work and you sit in your couch and you want to use your TV set or any kind of device that shows video, you don't want to put a lot of effort in it. You want to just enjoy your evening, find the content that you're really interested in. So effortless means that you offer actually exact those things that the consumer is expecting to be offered, which means that you don't have to put a lot of effort in looking for your content, discover your favorite app, and so on. So we bring that all together in the user interface, which is very much personalized and hence does not has too much effort or cost too much effort to be used.
So is it personalized to the kind of home, or is it actually personalized to the individual watching the screen?
Well, both. So the challenge is for a user interface which is actually running on a family device, which is a big screen.
Yeah.
You can look to it with a family, but you can also look to it individually. And the idea that we have, or the solution that we have, is a user interface which is actually powered by a quite powerful business intelligence engine, which actually tells us who is viewing and which content should be shown or which relevant information should be shown. So it's actually independent of whom is watching in terms of getting the settings and so on. You don't have to do that. It's self-learning and also showing those things that either the family is interested in or you as an individual.
So it's like a lot of things at the show this year, the data plays an important part, the data which it's learnt from.
Yes, and what we now do is, if you look to an end-to-end video chain, we differentiate actually at two levels. It's at the level of the user experience, with a very nice user interface for which we've always been known of. So in the past we've also won quite some awards as best performing UI in terms of content discovery and so on. But now we fuel that user interface with data that is coming from back office information, with business intelligence information. And that information does not come alone from the TV experience or the TV behavior. It also comes from information from other sources, because an operator, they have a lot of knowledge about the end consumer without maybe even knowing that they have that knowledge, because they know about the profile on how they use mobile, how they use the internet, and so on. So what we do actually is we blend the information that we get from the TV behavior with other information which is present with the operator, and we fuel back into that information into the user interface.
Okay.
And that's actually a differentiator, I think, from other end-to-end middleware providers that put in place a classical middleware solution. I think you have to differentiate at the user experience level for the consumer, at the back office level with business intelligence, and when you connect those two, then you have actually a user experience that turns viewers into consumers, which is actually the tagline of our company.
Right, okay. So this VideoNet carried out its own survey recently, which was surveying pay TV operators, and it turned out that the thing that appeared to concern a lot of them, or concern them most, was how their next user interface could be kept relevant in this new environment which we're in now. Do you agree that, do you find that this is an operator concern, and how would you suggest they address that concern to keep relevance with their UI?
Well, it's absolutely very important for the simple reason that the TV screen, or any kind of screen which is fueled by an operator, that's the only window an operator has to talk to his consumers. So it is very important that operators keep up with all the evolutions that you have in user experience, because you have so many devices today, you have so many applications and apps and so on, which all turn out to be very nice graphical and user experience-wise very nice concepts. And in order to keep on pleasing the end user, the operators really have to focus on that. And I think every operator with a good, I would say, CMO, a marketing officer, should really, really care about that, because that's the way you can grab the consumer and keep the consumer with you, which is very important to reduce churn at the end.
Okay. I mean, in that environment that pay TV operators are situated in, there are consumers who are becoming more and more accustomed to the mobile device user interface and how elegant and easy that seems to be, you know, something which OTT providers have exploited. Can pay TV broadcasters who have a linear feed respond to the challenge from their user base becoming used to this mobile thing, which has a completely different look and feel? And
yes, that's absolutely the case. So actually we do that with the solutions we have in two ways. First of all, we combine the experience of a tablet and a smartphone with the main screen in terms of a good close integration of those devices, like search your content on the second screen and consume it on the main screen.
Okay.
So the cooperation between those devices, that's one thing. Secondly, the user interface itself on the big screen, it's actually also designed in such a way that you have the same kind of movement patterns as you have on a mobile device. Like instead of swiping left to right, you push the arrow keys, but you have kind of same behavior and also same feeling and look and feel on the main screen. So we kind of make the gap between those two user experiences very small, so that the user recognizes this kind of easy navigation also with a remote control. And it goes even further in the sense that we team up with remote control providers to also tweak the remote control in such a way that it comes close to a kind of swiping way of operating the user interface. And that's absolutely something that consumers really appreciate, because they really love the way they can navigate on a tablet or smartphone, but we bring that similar experience to the big screen, and that's very valuable.
Okay. Thanks very much for doing this interview, Patrick. Very interesting to hear about how you're merging the experience of mobile devices to a fixed screen. That's it from the two of us. Thank you, the audience, for watching this video in the VideoNet IBC 2016 series. So from myself and Patrick, it's goodbye.